Diego Velázquez's Las Meninas. What we're talking about here is a masterwork by an artist late in his life, but at the height of his powers, determined to drive into this canvas the sum total of his talent, his experience, and his intellect. Velázquez had been, by then, a court painter for the Spanish King Philip IV for over 30 years. Indeed, he was a favorite of Philip's, painting his portrait many times and advancing in salary and rank, all the way up to Chamberlain of the Palace, responsible for decorating this great Alcazar of Madrid with all its many artworks. So it's no surprise that for his masterpiece, Velázquez sets his painting in the palace itself, the place he knew best, specifically in his own studio, adorned with paintings that he himself chose. Now, they're a little bit hard to see, but we know what they are based on histories of the space, and it's no accident that he chooses these paintings specifically, but we'll get to that a bit later. First, let's take a look at the main action of the scene. So much hits you right away. Maybe the first thing you see is the little girl, Margaret Teresa, the then only living child of the king. Or maybe you see that mirror showing reflected images of the king and queen themselves. Or maybe the first thing that stands out to you is that 6 of the 9 characters represented here are staring beyond the picture plane, which is to say, at you. That fact alone gives this image its great sense of spontaneity, as if it were a snapshot. Velázquez captures the moment just when several of these figures are noticing something. Some, like these 3, have yet to notice it. In the case of the little princess, all that's moved so far is her eyes. But though the moment depicted is spontaneous, the composition of the subjects is anything but. You have here a real clinic in composing group scenes. What Velázquez has done in this group of 11, including the mirror images of the king and queen, is arranged an extraordinary number of links and contrasts that slides your eyes back and forth across the canvas. The first thing to notice, perhaps, is the obsession here with grouping 2s and 3s. Everyone here but the princess can be split into pairs: the male and female dwarf, the 2 chaperones here, the curtsying maid and the palace official in the back corridor, the king and the queen in the mirror, and Velázquez and the maid kneeling to offer the princess a drink. Notice also that these are all male-female pairs, and these pairings accentuate the princess as the focus of the scene.